Chapter 1: The Spark of Inspiration. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, where the gentle whispers of the wind carried tales of old, lived a young woman named Elen. With her vibrant spirit and a heart brimming with dreams, she was a beloved figure in the village. Elen spent her days working in her family's bakery, a warm and inviting place where the sweet scent of vanilla and cinnamon enveloped visitors like a comforting embrace. The bakery was a sanctuary, filled with the laughter of children and the chatter of neighbors, all drawn together by the promise of freshly baked pastries and bread. Elen's hands were skilled in the art of baking, and she poured her heart into every loaf and tart. Her pastries were not just food, they were little pieces of joy, crafted with love and creativity. Each morning, as dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight kissed the village, Elen would rise before the roosters crowed. She reveled in the quiet hours, mixing dough and whipping cream, her mind dancing with thoughts of the day ahead. But amidst the warmth of the bakery and the affection of her family, Elen often felt a yearning deep within, a longing for adventure, a desire to make her mark beyond the cozy confines of her village. Despite the happiness surrounding her, Elen felt as though her spirit was meant for something greater, something beyond the routine of kneading dough and frosting cakes. She often gazed out the bakery window, watching the world beyond, the lush hills, the sparkling river that wound its way through the landscape, and the distant peaks that kissed the sky. Those mountains called to her, whispering secrets of distant lands and uncharted adventures. But the village was her home, a place filled with comfort and familiarity, and leaving it felt like a daunting prospect. One sunny afternoon, feeling restless and seeking solace, Elen decided to take a walk to the outskirts of the village. She ventured beyond the cobblestone streets, letting her feet guide her along winding paths flanked by wildflowers. The sun bathed everything in a golden hue, and the air was fragrant with the scent of blooming blossoms. As she wandered, she took in the beauty of her surroundings, but a part of her still felt incomplete. After some time, Elen stumbled upon an old, dilapidated bridge spanning a sparkling river. It was a sight that stirred something deep within her. The bridge, once magnificent, had faded into a state of disrepair. The vibrant hues of blue and gold that had once adorned it were now dulled by years of neglect, the paint peeling away like the pages of an old book. Weeds crept up its sides, and the wooden beams groaned under the weight of time. Despite its sorry state, the bridge possessed a certain charm, an echo of its former glory. Elen stood before it, captivated. She imagined how the bridge had once looked, children laughing as they raced across it, couples sharing sweet moments as they admired the view, and villagers crossing to reach the other side of the river. The bridge had connected not just two banks, but hearts, dreams, and stories. A spark of inspiration ignited within her as she envisioned the bridge restored to its former magnificence, a vibrant passage that connected the village to the breathtaking landscape beyond. With each passing moment, Elen's vision became clearer. She could see it, the bridge, alive with color and creativity, adorned with beautiful murals that told the story of her village and its people. It would not only serve as a passage for travelers, but also as a gathering place for the community, a symbol of unity and hope. The thought filled her with an exhilarating sense of purpose, driving her to take action. Determined to bring her vision to life, Elen gathered her supplies. She raced back to the bakery, her heart pounding with excitement. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in shades of orange and purple, Elen shared her idea with her family. She spoke passionately about her plan to restore the bridge, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. Her family listened attentively, their expressions a mix of pride and concern. While they admired her spirit, they couldn't help but express their doubts. "It's a big task, Ellen," her father said, furrowing his brow. "Are you sure you want to take this on?" Her mother chimed in gently, "It will require a lot of time and effort, and you must be prepared for the challenges ahead." But Ellen's heart was resolute. She felt that this project could be her chance to break free from the mundane and inspire others in her village. She envisioned how the villagers would come together, each contributing their unique talents to the project. The thought of transforming the bridge filled her with a profound sense of purpose and excitement, as if she were standing on the cusp of a grand adventure. "I know it will be difficult, but I believe it can bring our community closer together," Ellen said passionately. "Imagine how wonderful it would be to see everyone working side by side, sharing stories, laughter, and dreams as we bring the bridge back to life." Her family exchanged glances, their hearts swelling with admiration for Ellen's determination. They could see the fire in her eyes, the unwavering belief in her vision. After a moment of contemplation, her father nodded, and her mother smiled warmly. "If this is truly what you want, we will support you," her mother said, placing a reassuring hand on Ellen's shoulder. With their encouragement, Ellen felt her resolve strengthen. She knew that embarking on this journey wouldn't be easy, but the thought of transforming the bridge and the lives of those in her village ignited a passion within her that could not be extinguished. That night, as she lay in bed, Ellen's mind raced with possibilities. She imagined the colors she would use, the murals she would paint, and the joy that would radiate from the bridge once it was restored. With a heart brimming with excitement, she decided to embark on this journey, ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. Ellen felt a deep connection to the bridge and the land around her. She realized that this project was not just about restoring a physical structure, it was about creating a symbol of hope and resilience for her community. The bridge would stand as a testament to the strength of human connection, a reminder that together, they could overcome any obstacle. As the stars twinkled outside her window, Ellen closed her eyes, her heart full of dreams and aspirations. She drifted off to sleep, envisioning a bright future where the bridge would once again be a place of laughter and joy, a vibrant passage uniting her village and inspiring all who crossed it. Chapter 2: A Community United. The following day dawned bright and clear, the sun casting a warm golden light over the village. Ellen awoke with a renewed sense of purpose, her heart racing at the thought of beginning her project. She felt as though she were on the brink of something monumental. Armed with brushes, buckets of vibrant paint, and a scrubbing brush, she made her way back to the old bridge, her steps light with anticipation. Upon arriving, Ellen paused to take in the sight before her. The dilapidated bridge, once a grand symbol of connection, now seemed to hold its breath, waiting for a revival. The peeling paint and rotting wood appeared almost to whisper stories of the past, yearning for the touch of color and life. Ellen's heart swelled with determination as she set to work. She carefully began scrubbing away the old, peeling layers of paint, revealing the bare wood beneath. Each stroke of her brush felt like an act of love, a promise to the bridge that it would soon be restored to its former glory. As she painted the first strokes of blue and gold, she became engrossed in the rhythm of her work, each movement invigorating her spirit. As she worked, the sounds of her labor attracted the attention of passers-by. Curious villagers began to stop, initially skeptical but gradually drawn in by Ellen's passion and commitment. She could see their eyes flicker with intrigue, and soon whispers of her project began to ripple through the village. Look! It's Ellen, working on the bridge, a woman called to her friend. She's really doing it. Just then, a young boy named Amir approached, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Can I help?" he asked, his face lit up with eagerness. Ellen smiled, her heart warming at the sight of his enthusiasm. "Of course. I'd love your help," she replied, handing him a small brush and a pot of bright blue paint. Amir jumped right in, mimicking her movements, his laughter mingling with the gentle rustling of the leaves. Ellen felt a surge of joy as she watched him paint, his innocence and energy adding life to the scene. Word spread quickly, and before she knew it, more villagers began to join in. The once silent bridge transformed into a bustling hub of activity, filled with laughter and shared purpose. Children, adults, and even the elderly gathered at the site, bringing along their brushes, old clothes, and buckets of paint. Ellen felt a sense of pride swelling within her as she realized that her vision had sparked a fire in the hearts of others. Villagers who had once kept to themselves now worked side by side, united in their mission to breathe new life into the bridge. As they painted, the air filled with laughter and the aroma of freshly baked bread wafting from Ellen's bakery, creating a delightful atmosphere. The bakery had always been a gathering place, and now it seemed that the bridge was becoming one as well. "Let's make it even more beautiful," suggested an elderly woman named Clara, her voice filled with warmth. "We could paint flowers along the sides, and maybe some butterflies." The idea sparked excitement among the group. Soon, children were sketching colorful flowers and whimsical butterflies on the bridge's wooden beams, while adults worked on adding splashes of vibrant colors. Ellen marveled at the creativity flowing around her. Every brushstroke became a reflection of the painter's individuality and dreams. "Tell us a story," a little girl shouted, her voice breaking the rhythm of painting. A circle of eager faces turned toward her, eyes wide with anticipation. Ellen chuckled, "Okay, but only if you help me paint." She began to weave tales of adventure and bravery, stories filled with magic and wonder. As she painted, she shared tales of far-off lands and heroic deeds, her words dancing through the air as sweetly as the breeze. Each story ignited the imaginations of the listeners, drawing them deeper into the world of creativity. The young girl chimed in with her own tales, recounting the adventures of a brave knight who rescued a dragon, while the others added their own twists, creating an ever-evolving narrative. They laughed and cheered, their spirits high, their hearts united in a shared moment of joy and creativity. Days turned into weeks, and the bridge continued to transform. With every brushstroke, Ellen discovered a newfound freedom, a release from the constraints of her daily life. Each day brought new surprises, as different villagers contributed their unique talents to the project. The vibrant colors painted by the children blended harmoniously with the intricate designs crafted by the elders, and the bridge soon became a tapestry of dreams, aspirations, and community spirit. As the sun rose and set, illuminating the bridge in a golden glow, the villagers felt a sense of pride in their collective achievement. They had come together to breathe life back into the bridge, each person leaving their mark in the form of colors, stories, and laughter. In the evenings, after a long day of painting, the villagers would gather by the riverbank, sharing meals and stories, their bonds growing deeper with each passing moment. Ellen often found herself at the center of these gatherings, the heart of the community that was flourishing around the bridge project. She would serve her freshly baked goods, and the villagers would share their hopes and dreams, their worries and fears, creating a tapestry of connection and understanding. Elen found joy in their camaraderie, realizing that the bridge was becoming more than just a structure, it was a symbol of unity and hope for the community. Each painted flower, each whimsical butterfly, and every shared story represented a dream, a wish, a piece of someone's heart that had been poured into the restoration. As the days passed, the energy around the bridge grew infectious, attracting even more villagers who had initially been hesitant to participate. They began to feel the pull of community spirit, the allure of being part of something greater than themselves. "Come on, join us. It's so much fun," the children would cry, tugging at the sleeves of their parents and grandparents, encouraging them to take part. As the final strokes of paint were applied, Elen stood back and gazed at the bridge in awe. It was no longer just a dilapidated structure, it had transformed into a vibrant canvas of color and creativity, pulsating with the energy of the community that had come together to restore it. With each stroke, each story, and each shared laugh, the bridge had become a representation of their collective spirit, a testament to the power of collaboration and the beauty of community. Elen felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her, a deep understanding that this project had not only restored the bridge but had also revitalized the bonds within the village. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the landscape, Elen felt a deep sense of gratitude for her village and the connections forged through this endeavor. Together, they had breathed life back into the bridge, and in doing so, had redefined what it meant to be a community. Elen knew that the journey was far from over, the painted bridge would stand as a beacon of hope and unity for years to come, a reminder of what could be achieved when hearts and hands came together in a shared vision. Chapter 3: The Unveiling. The sun rose on the day of the grand unveiling, casting its warm, golden rays across the village, igniting the excitement that buzzed in the air. Elen woke with a flutter of nerves and anticipation, her heart pounding as she thought of the bridge, the masterpiece that had blossomed through the efforts of her community. The colors, vibrant and lively, shimmered under the sunlight, each hue a testament to the love, labor, and creativity poured into the restoration. As she made her way to the bridge, Elen's mind wandered through the memories of the past weeks. She recalled the laughter of children, the shared stories with neighbors, and the sense of togetherness that had grown stronger with each brushstroke. This wasn't just a structure anymore, it had become a part of their collective spirit, a symbol of what they could achieve when united. When Elen arrived at the bridge, she found it adorned with flowers and handmade banners. The villagers had decorated the area, turning the unveiling into a festive occasion. Colorful ribbons fluttered in the gentle breeze, and the sound of music floated through the air, inviting everyone to gather and celebrate. Elen felt a wave of emotion wash over her, gratitude, joy, and pride intertwined in her heart. As the villagers began to assemble, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. Friends greeted one another, exchanging smiles and laughter. Children dashed around, their faces painted in bright colors, embodying the vibrant spirit of the bridge. Elen watched them with a smile, her heart swelling at the sight of their joy. She stood at the center of the gathering, taking a moment to breathe in the scene before her. "Welcome, everyone!" Elen called out, her voice ringing with enthusiasm. The crowd turned to her, a sea of familiar faces filled with pride and anticipation. Today, we celebrate the spirit of our community and the beauty we've created together. Cheers erupted from the crowd, echoing through the valley. Elen could see her family among the attendees, their faces glowing with pride and encouragement. Her parents, who had initially expressed concern about her project, now beamed at her with admiration. It was a moment she would cherish forever. Ellen stepped closer to the bridge, gesturing for everyone to follow. "Let's take a look at what we've accomplished together." With that, she walked toward the bridge, the villagers trailing behind her, their hearts brimming with excitement. As they crossed the bridge, laughter and cheers erupted, echoing through the valley. The sight of the vibrant colors and intricate designs brought gasps of awe and admiration. Ellen felt a profound sense of unity among them, a shared understanding of the journey they had undertaken. The bridge stood as a testament to their hard work, creativity, and collaboration. "Look at how beautiful it is," someone shouted from the crowd, and the villagers echoed their sentiments, voices filled with wonder. Each step they took on the bridge felt like a journey through their collective memory, a reminder of the stories they had shared and the friendships forged. Ellen led the villagers across, pausing in the center where the view of the river stretched out before them. "This bridge is more than just a passage," she began, her voice filled with emotion. "It connects our village to the beauty beyond, but it also connects our hearts. Every color, every stroke of paint, represents a piece of each of us. It symbolizes our strength, our unity, and our dreams." A hush fell over the crowd as they absorbed her words. The bridge was not merely a structure, it was a living entity, a canvas that told the story of their community. With each breath, they felt the weight of their shared history, the struggles they had faced, and the joy they had created together. After a moment, Ellen continued, her voice steady and heartfelt. "In the years to come, may this bridge always remind us of the power of connection, the beauty that unfolds when we come together as one. Let us celebrate our differences, our dreams, and our aspirations. We are stronger together." Cheers erupted again, and the sound echoed through the valley, a harmonious symphony of joy and unity. Ellen beamed as she looked around at the faces of her friends and neighbors, each filled with happiness and pride. They had all played a part in this transformation, and it was a moment they would carry in their hearts forever. As the celebration continued, Ellen watched as families spread out blankets along the riverbank, sharing food and laughter. Children played games, their laughter mingling with the sounds of the gentle river flowing beneath the bridge. It was a scene of pure joy, a testament to the community that had come together to restore the bridge and, in doing so, had restored their connection to one another. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the gathering, Ellen took a moment to step back and observe the scene. She felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her, knowing that her vision had come to life, not just in the physical restoration of the bridge, but in the hearts of the people around her. They had created something beautiful together, a reminder of the strength that lies in unity. In the years that followed, the painted bridge became a cherished gathering place for celebrations, picnics, and storytelling. Ellen often returned to the bridge, her heart swelling with pride as she watched her community thrive. Children who had once played under the bridge now celebrated their milestones there, each moment adding a new layer to the bridge's story. Ellen blossomed into a renowned artist, celebrated for her ability to capture the beauty of human connection in her work. She held exhibitions in the village, showcasing not only her art but also the stories of the people who had inspired her. Each piece spoke of community, love, and the shared dreams that intertwined their lives. With every visit to the bridge, Ellen was reminded of her journey, from a young woman yearning for adventure to a leader who inspired her community. She understood that true fulfillment comes not just from personal achievements, but from the connections we forge and the dreams we share. As the seasons changed and years passed, the painted bridge stood tall, a beacon of hope and creativity. It had become more than just a structure, it was a symbol of resilience and love, reminding all who crossed it that together, they could create something extraordinary. Ellen would often sit on the bridge, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of orange and pink, reflecting on the journey that had brought her here. She knew that the bridge represented not only their past, but also the promise of the future, a future filled with dreams waiting to be realized, connections waiting to be forged, and stories waiting to be told. As she sat there, surrounded by the laughter and joy of her community, Ellen felt a profound sense of gratitude. She knew that she had found her purpose, not just in art but in the connections she had nurtured and the love she had cultivated. The painted bridge stood as a testament to the power of creativity, collaboration, and the unbreakable bonds of community, ensuring that the spirit of unity would endure for generations to come.